Hello and welcome to this video. Today we are looking at the YieldMax announcement for on Wednesday, the 23rd of July, 2025. In this video, we're going to go over some background, my strategy, review this week's affected YieldMax ETF groups, show my updated dividend calculations based on those latest YieldMax ETF announcement, and look at some action items that I got to take. Disclaimer. Investing involves the risk of loss. This video is not meant to be financial advice. Other than owning the ETFs presented in this video, I have no affiliation with the company that issued them. All right, so for background, YieldMax makes announcements on roughly every Wednesday regarding their high yield dividend ETFs. This week, YieldMax has several groups, weeklies, and then 4 groups. And this week's affected ETFs are the weeklies, of course, and Group C for this week, which is paid out every 4 weeks. It's not every month, so the calculations, I had to fix some of mine in order to keep, to not overshoot my goals. So that'll come in later. Based on YieldMax's Wednesday dividend announcements, I buy more weekly and affected group ETFs to achieve my desired monthly income target. That should actually be annual, but it's hard to get monthly when you get every 4 weeks because there's 13 months if you use the way if you go by every 4 weeks. Regardless, calculations have been changed, and basically my current monthly or sort of monthly income per YieldMax ETF is $150 per month or every 4 weeks, or $1,800 per year. Why is that like that? I wonder. You know what? I should just say like per 4 weeks. How's that? That work? Put a hyphen there, and we're good to go. All right, so let's look at the announcement itself. Here it is. As you can see, it was released on July 23rd, 2025. It starts off with the weeklies, Chippy, GPTY, LFGY, QDTY, RDTY, SDTY, and ULTY, YMAG, and YMAX. Then we get into the Group C stuff. Oh, by the way, you can see that here. July 23rd, 2025, weekly payers and Group C ETFs for this week. Going down to the Group C of note here, it's the usual Group C stuff, but they are adding D-Ray, which is the YieldMax DraftKings Option Income Strategy ETF. So this is brand new. They announce it, they start trading it about 4 weeks before, and then in 4 weeks' time, when we do a cycle around to the Group C's again, they will have the dividends and everything for that. The announcement will include the dividends. For right now, there is no dividend for it, but you can get ready for it. I usually buy 1 share, and then when it comes time to make the adjustments in 4 weeks, I buy as many shares as I need to reach my goal. Also of note, the X date is announced to be the 24th of July, and the payment date will be Friday, the 25th of July. Okay, so now let's go ahead to my spreadsheet and see what changes we need to make. So this is all from previous announcements. So the new latest dividend, let's start with Chippy, and that is right here. And let's see how much I have to put in. Now, the weeklies, I've already put money into them, so I shouldn't have to put any more in there. But sometimes, yeah, okay, good. Did not have to put more there, and so each cycle, the weekly cycle should not be changed, but sometimes they lower the dividends so much that it does affect that I have to buy more shares. But so far we're doing pretty good. Everything's above 1,800 for the year, and you can see that in the estimated annual dividend column there. All right, let's go to LFGY. So far, the latest dividends are higher than the average, which, well, and then I went and opened my mouth. Okay. Next one, QDTY. That's the first one that the average went down below the average. Still doing good. That's QDTY. Wow, that's a pretty high dividend, but it's still lower than the average. So Next up, we got RDTY. I'm hoping the Russell 2000, I guess, is doing good. I don't know. Well, that's a pretty good amount. Let's see, Control C. SDTY. Oh wow, this one took a hit. Check that out. Oh, way lower than the average, but still doing all right. We got Uli is done, or sorry, ULTY. That's actually way higher than the average. Okay, it's starting to scare me. YMAG, which was terrible 2 weeks ago, had to buy like $5,000 worth of shares, has just gone up tremendously since then, which I'm happy to see. And YMAX also doing well. Okay, well, finally this weekly held up and didn't have to add any more money to it like I did last week or the week before. Okay, so let's go on to the Group C stuff. Oh, this one went down. All right, still don't have to add funds. Like I said, I had to change some calculations because there's 52 weeks in a year, but there's 13 YMAX months, 4-week cycles in a year. So had to make those changes right there. Let's see. Okay, don't have to add anything there. And it's good if I don't have to add any more money because my I'm already up. I'm $73,000 in margin already. All right, we're still doing good. This is going to be a good. Hopefully, we're going to hold up here and not have to add any more funds, but I think we will. Yep, right there. So we're starting with CVNY, which is the YieldMax. I think it's based on Carvana, CVNA. Yeah, okay. Let's see what this one's. Oh, no. Fiat. Wow. I don't know if I want to stay in this one. Oh, that's not too bad. But why is the average there and that? Interesting. Well, that's how many, wait, am I doing something wrong here? No, that's all it needs to go. Okay. It's not too bad. So far only having added 2,000. Let's see. Well, let's finish up before I start doing victory laps here. All right, Hui. Oh, Hui paid out big time this week. Yeah, look at that. That's a lot of money. Next up, MSFO. Okay, don't have to add anything there. Yeah, it's right at 1,829. Good to see that. Okay, good to see this one too. That's the one based on Netflix. And lastly, oh, okay. So PayPal, I'm sorry, PYPY. That one I had to add some money to, a lot. So we're looking at adding 2,185. Monthly estimate income is going to be 2,141. Kind of a bummer that I'm having to add as much money as I'm going to hopefully get back based on the estimate, but that's the way it works. Let me go ahead and copy this. Maybe it'll change it with the when we put the affect the average. Let's see there and paste there. Oh, something went wrong. Something went horribly wrong. So click that, and we can't do that because we got hidden rows. Copy, paste, and copy, paste. Didn't change the average that much, and we're still at 2,185. All right, so I got to go when market opens. I'm going to add this many shares to each one of these that are affected and add this much money. And then on Friday, I should get paid out roughly 2,141. And as usual, it'll probably be 2 cents off, but regardless. That's what I got to do, and I'll get that done later on today. So let's look at the action items here. So action items. In order to reach my latest dividend goals, I need to make some additional share purchases into my account. The high yield dividend payout should be reflected in my account on the 25th of July, 2025. That would be Friday. Come back on after Friday to see how much I actually received from my YieldMax ETF. It should be like off 2 cents. But regardless, if I do what I plan on doing, which is buy more shares. So if you like, thanks for watching. Come back on Friday or after Friday. If you want to see other videos related to this, you can see what I got paid out last week on the 18th of July if you click on the video to the right. So please comment, like, and subscribe, and I will talk to you in the next video. Thank you.